We're going to Dust 2. It may be TeamOne's pick, but Mythic showed us that they can fight. But looking at their past results, the fight might not quite be there for Dust 2, lads.
I think it's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. To put some context, we talked about it the last time they faced. It was a 16-6 victory for TeamOne.
It was.
Off the back of a very strong CT side. 10-5 first half. They had an absolute wall. Now the question becomes, can Mythic break that wall today? And maybe push us to a 2-0, which, you know, us fans of Counter-Strike will welcome with open arms.
Well, guess what I've got for us?
You got a monster can.
There we go. The sweet sound of that. If you're up in European times and you are wanting to watch this amazing Counter-Strike because you've got me, Maniac, and Pimp, and the beautiful voices to take you through all this action, you should buy a monster can, pop a monster can, and drink it like me and Maniac are, because it is... Well, it's not actually too late, but we're pretty tired, so there you go.
We're old as well.
We are old compared to Pimp.
You really are. Maluki, though, not an old player. Picks up a USP off the back of Malp's kill. Seems like Mythic have completely abandoned the A-bomb site. Couldn't keep control over it. There we got a kill towards Long, but he'll have to retake it with the two teammates of his. Katie and Cooper coming in. They have to win this duel. Pesa doing a lot of damage towards Cooper. Malp's there to help out as well, and that looks like an easy pistol going the way of TeamOne. Davey can't quite connect the shots, and he's about to go down. There we go. You said it, Maniac. It was off the back of a strong CT side. Now, if you're Mythic, you don't want to give TeamOne a strong T side as well. You know what you have waiting for you. So, better strap up now.
A good reaction from T1. We saw the protocols in place in that catwalk position. Interestingly enough, Mythic calling for a tactical timeout after the pistol.
Okay.
It's not too often we see that. No pop-off. 8 ADR separated all 5 members of TeamOne. 68 being the lowest, 76 being the highest on Vertigo. Yeah, pretty much a team effort, and I feel like it's been the story of TeamOne in general. Yes, Maluki is the man of the hour. Yes, Barton with a secondary AWP is also a man to keep an eye on, but everyone can pop off. Definitely Miles on Dust 2. We have had that on multiple occasions, but Pesta and PRT are also to be reckoned with.
Look at that buy coming in, Matthew.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was just thinking, am I maybe too old? Is it already too late? But no, I'm not. Triple scout coming in, and Maluki's gonna have a plethora of targets to choose from. Speaking of choosing, they are making the right decision right now. Long is completely up for the taking, up for grabs. How powerful it feels to be a caster and see everything when they're playing it. They have to figure it out.
You're enjoying this a little bit too much, Maniac.
I'm having such a good time.
So am I. So am I. And hopefully all the Twitch chat is as well. And Flom, he's definitely having a good time. Maluki, not so much. He just got battered in the head. Oh, and Dren. Well, you should have hit that, mate. Come on.
Now, not the best weapon to have in this position. Mabs very easily disposing with Dren. Now it's Cooper hiding behind the barrel. He's been undetected. I say that though. Mabs too fast. I talked about him on Dust 2. He was an absolute beat in the first day. Katie, beautiful 1D through the smoke just at the edge of it. Now a 3 versus 3. It's all on the table. Plum trading her death. Beautiful job. But the double scout, it's not going to be that easy.
Surely not. Still a dangerous round right now for TeamOne. There's only 2 players alive and the 2 scouts there moving up fast towards this A-bomb style, winning this duel. That'll help. And he does from. Nice shot. Barton can't find the movement. If they stick the bomb right now, and I think David will, that's going to be the round. Can he get up there? He has to make the jump shot. He has to make the 10. Jump it. Can he hit it? One more. No! My God. Barton, he's not going to feel too satisfied about that one. That's for sure. Missing the jump, causing the delay, and not quite connecting the jumping Mac 10 bullets. And Mythic, they get away with a murder right here. They should never won that one.
It was winter. The floor is already a little bit slippery, and Barton could not make the jump. He clearly slipped on that box. Fell down.
Okay, Mythic. Okay.
Look, you might,
what's going on?
Okay.
You might be tricked by the visual of that map, but I guarantee it's very cold right now. So definitely Barton had a hard time jumping on that box.
Wow. Function over form. Flom over everything. Mythic won Vertigo despite...
Talking about Flo? What are you talking about, James? We have Elliot out there putting out facts and you're just straight up out of it. Mythic won Vertigo despite only winning 1 clutch to TeamOne's 6. So they did not need the clutches to win the game. which means basically they were the better team. Quick math, quick logic,
And for
nothing
Flom's
about Flom.
team.
Yeah, sure.
Ah,
Flom is that what you're gonna pull? Is that the branch you're holding on?
Mate, I don't know what is... Should I cast a whole round in just like proper my home London accent?
I mean, you can do pretty much.
No one would have any idea I can, but no one will understand what's going on.
You have the luxury of being able to pull that accent. I'm just trying to go with my Frenchy, Englishy.
It's like when I phoned my mum earlier and you just like all came off looking at me like, what's going on?
I like it. It gets personal. It gets, you know.
The real.
Are you guys getting weird again?
The non-commentary voice. Pimp, you're always weird, so just get used to it. Ooh, Cooper in use.
That's mean.
But true.
Forced by again coming in from TeamOne this
argue.
time around. 2 scouts. The Eagles all across for the rest.
It's gonna be an A explosion, isn't it?
Indeed, indeed. 4 players towards catwalk and then the lurk towards long. Can the scout find the opening? They put a lot of credit and a lot of pressure on these scouts. Adren absolutely blind. Cooper is just dancing in the fire. The Molotov has been missed. Do they realize Cooper can be here? I don't think so. First kill from Adren. Katie with the M4. Tapping away. First kill. Cooper now going for the kills. PRT besting her somehow. It's a 2 versus 2 now. Make that a 2 versus 1. Perfect timing from Davey.
Davey, my man, getting it done with the SMG.
We have given a M4 to PRT though.
Flom in the scout. He's better with a scout than anything else.
Yeah, that is insane. Got 3 kills the round before this one. 1 very important kill right here, and they put up Mythic 2-1. I feel like TeamOne have missed a couple of opportunities now. This round right here, you know, a missed Molotov, that could have been a big part of the reason as to why they couldn't get control over the A bomb site. Then they fought their way back into the round, but then Flom put it down again. That was a close round. End of the day, Mythic ends up winning it, and we now have a scoreline that is 2-1. Aiden will see some action out there towards long. The pop flash coming through the door in just a second. He's waiting for it. Katie's here to help him out as well.
That nade.
That's
nice.
That's gonna hurt big time.
Oh, money making Adren. He does get 2. Katie, she would be smart to try and fall back, but she wants to stay close range. I'm not a big fan of this because lots of bullets can come and overwhelm her, and that's exactly what happens. Flom now going in on his own. He's got to be careful, but he does pick him off with the M4. It was close. He's only got 4 health left, and TeamOne, they got away with that one pretty well, to be fair, because the nade could have absolutely annihilated him, and Adren could have been good for more than 2. But in general, Mythic, they can be happy right now. They've spent 2 timeouts already within 3 rounds to start off with, but they've got a 3-1 lead.
They have a good start indeed. We see Davey electing to stick with the MP9. It's going to be interesting to see how he wants to utilize that weapon. TeamOne, a mid-oriented take from underground. I'd be surprised not to see a pop flash towards middle, maybe cleaning close area. We talked about that MP9 and he's decided where he was going to play. Deep into the long house. It's a beautiful short-range action here.
I love that play from Davey. I love that play, right? Because it's not about him getting kills. If they come to him, of course, he'll have to try. But the information he gains from being in that position, he can hear the rotation. There we go, the flash coming in, though. He's going to be in trouble. That's a nice placed flash coming in right there from Maluki. A good kill from PTR, but had Davey stayed alive, he would have gotten a lot of information. So definitely worth the risk going in there. But this time around, TeamOne, they were on top of him in more than one way.
Had Davey had the MP5, he would have won this.
Look at this, the retake attempted by Mythic towards mid. Maluki is on point, PRT as well, helping his teammate out. Cooper being dinged through the door. A lot of damage being soaked up. He's gonna have to escape. That also means that the A side is completely open. Great timing by Katie. But
this
not
is
gonna
huge.
end up mattering. I don't think so, my friend James. I think it's 4v1 anyway. Oh, good famous spray over here. PRT had no chance in that. But there's a lurk down middle.
Oh, she's going to think they're gone A. No,
That's waiting.
that's good.
Waiting.
Oh!
The cross replacement, the
Was
peak, that could have been
there.
it.
Was there. Had it been not just pulling out the weapon, she could have landed the headshot, could have finished him off. But 3-2, Mythic will not get the bonus round in there. They do like to save on to a lot of their weapons that aren't aren't the big weapons, right? Aren't the ones with all the power to them.
And a 3rd timeout is coming in from Mythic. We played 5 rounds of Counter-Strike and they spent the 3rd timeout. I mean, they do want to discuss whether or not they want to buy in this one. Davey could potentially drop an MP9 and so could Flom, and you could have a decent buy, but you could also save and try to stabilize. But I guess they're aware that last time they struggled on the T side, so
The Brazilian Fallen.
the more CT sides you can get, the better.
Maluki has over
Fallen, I love
7,400 IWP kills in his career. 3 members of his team have fewer total kills than that. Well, he's got about as many kills as I had with the AWP, so that's a good sign. Nope. It's not a fact. It's fake news. Never had that many AWP kills in my career.
You had that many kills in your career, Elliot.
Hey, whoa! That was really not needed. That drive-by was uncalled for.
Elliot, I want you to get how many kills in the careers both Pimp and Maniac have had, and have a comparison. So
first of all, I stopped way earlier.
Do me Pimp versus Maniac.
The sample is not, you know, legal. This is not a normal sample.
We'll do the same yearly size. Don't worry.
We think we're gonna like average year or whatever.
The best year from both of you. How about that? That's fair.
Mate, the best year I had players in my team. I didn't need to frag anyone.
Unlucky.
I guess.
You were trash.
Whoa! I feel like the atmosphere is really going down the drain here. It's getting late. James getting moody.
You guys gotta be nice to each other. Otherwise, I'm leaving. And you don't want that.
Oh, we do. We've been trying that for many days.
Okay.
We want to take your paycheck and split it in half. But, well, Flom's going to take the paycheck of TeamOne. He's going to take the lives of them as well. The AWP shots were hitting. KD's only good for 1. It's still a 2 versus 2. It is winnable for Mythic, but it's hard to bust the B site. One of the most difficult to retake when it comes to it. Oh, Flom, you've been baited out, mate. That's not what you want to see. And Cooper just goes into his death. I don't even know what he was thinking. Errors were made.
Yeah, that was a big gamble right there, because they bought up. They invested into 2 AWPs, and well, Flom made it work, but the rest of the team couldn't quite follow up. If KD would have gotten 1 kill from car position, that could have changed the tides of the round, but it didn't matter.
Look, trying to retake the B-bomb side is already difficult on its own, but when you do it with 2 AWPs, it becomes that much harder, which is why generally we see snipers taking different sides of the map.
Yep.
Speaking of snipers, Barton's going to open up the debate, grabbing an early kill on KD. 5v4 now. Aggression's coming in from all around the map, but TeamOne seem to be completely aware of that situation. They're just waiting, taking their sweet time. Mythic invested a lot of money into that previous round, and we see the consequences unfolding right here. TeamOne are looking to take control over that game, not only in the scoreline, but also financially speaking. If they can win this round in a clean fashion, not dropping that many bodies, putting money in the bank, could be huge.
They were having a little poke. Then they realised it might not be worth it, but he still managed to do a bit of chip damage towards Barton. Unusual to see Barton, the man with the AWP in his hand.
He's a secondary.
He's a secondary, yeah.
Absolutely.
But good on Maluki. He's the one with the, what was it, 7,400 kills?
Do they know that they have an intruder inside? They don't. Davey strikes. Urgency meeting.
Davey Strikes. That should be his new name. I like that. Davey Strikes.
I guess so. Got something going on. The TeamOne, they still have a firm footing in this round. They have long control completely. And against these USPs, I say that though, Cooper puts 1 on the ground. A 4 versus 3 now. An AK onto Davey, and the time is becoming very pressing. 15 seconds to cross and plant that bomb. If somehow Maluki gets found through the smoke, that's going to be absolutely terrible. Chop through the smoke, and he makes his way. Limping. Oh, the save from PRT.
Flom was really going for it there, but it was a big risk, and this should be comfortable for TeamOne unless something ridiculous happens. 2 players pushing from short, and that's the ridiculousness. It's already taking full effect. Maluki, 23 health. 1 bullet and he'd be down. That's it. Now it's up to Barton. It is planted for him. And Adren, you got plucked out of the sky.
Wait, it's not planted for him.
Oh, it's not.
It's planted behind the box, James. They've done it. That is a huge mistake. How can you play that position from far back if the bomb is planted behind the box? Surely miscommunication.
Davy's just laughing because that round in itself was just insanity. A guy walks into B. They have no idea. Davy's like, oh, thanks for the easy kill. Cooper then lands the deagle shots coming through as well.
Beautiful shots of that.
Because you know when you see the bomb through the wall, I just thought it was actually in the right spot considering where it was. That made no sense.
It was a very expensive round for TeamOne for sure. Not only losing, but the money as well looking quite dire. An AWP had been obtained by Maluki, but PRT on a deal. Malps and Galil. He's gonna go through the Molotov. He's gonna play this one very aggressive, takes a little bit of damage, but they're gonna execute it towards this B bomb site. Cooper can't get anything with it. Davey gets one, but that's not enough. And that is the sad reality about Dust 2. If you lose B control like that, the round is over as effectively immediately. There's nothing the rest of the Mythic guys can do to retake this bomb site. They shouldn't be going for it. They should just save. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They have to be ready for that. The B bomb site is such a unforgivable place, I guess you can say, to lose control over. If you're not ready for that explosion, you either win the duels or you lose. You also either win the round or you lose the round. There's no in between.
And the last time I analyzed TeamOne playing on Dust 2, they truly put a lot of pressure, a lot of emphasis on these B splits and or B contact plays. So if they smell, if they taste blood in the water and realize that there's a weakness towards that side, I wouldn't be surprised to see them push on and on and on. Here it Wolves Malps with the Galil, double entry kill, absolutely perfect work coming out of him. And as Jacob said, doing a 1-for-2 trade on the CT side on Dust 2 on B, it's clearly not enough. As soon as the T's, or as long as the T's have utilities to close off the angles, that is it. You do not retake that round.
4-4, still very close though. We still say that Dust 2 is more T-sided to a degree. It's basically a 50-50, but would you give it the edge to the T-side?
I feel like it very much depends on the matchups, you know. You see some teams being able to put up 10 CT rounds and then some teams being able to put up 10 T rounds consistently. So I think it's one of those maps that can go back and forth where, sure, the average...
Oh!
Okay, no.
I thought Pacedello was definitely going to have one.
Yeah, he wasn't quick enough, I guess.
No!
It's a nice shot by Flom. He's been playing well, but just to finish up the point, right, I think it's a map that offers both sides to be strong. Davey going down, but this time around, Kuba is there to get the instant refrag. You cannot lose control over the B bomb side, and Kuba is well aware. So good job on him, but this game hasn't stabilized at all.
Definitely not. I'd actually like to see Cooper playing from a more forward position, right? Because I feel like he'd be better off taking the fights than Davey just getting blasted every single time, losing his head.
Oh.
He's not been having a good time on dealing with the entries. Cooper now positioned. This is what I want to see from him. Gets himself one. He's looking for the next as well. Does he dare repeat it? He's thinking about it, but he gets taken down. Maluki well aware of how it could be playing out. And look, you spoke about the mid-splits coming in as well. Well, it's worked out perfectly for him. Adren has fallen. Flom wants to get himself in. He wants to try and make this work. He does it with a pistol. Oh, no! Oh, my God. So close, yet so far. Katie comes in. She saves the day. They grab the AWP. It's an expensive round. But realistically, I'll be honest, Flom, you didn't deserve that, buddy.
Well, yes and no, right? He didn't deserve to win the duel because he was missing a lot of shots, but the way they played that one, the idea, exactly. They spot a guy down the middle. They know he has to rotate all the way through dark to get in towards the bomb site. So the fact that he knows that he has a window of opportunity to go in there, he uses that window of opportunity. He could have killed him quite faster. They could have had a 2 versus 1. Could have been more clean, but the idea and the execution up until the aiming part, that was perfect by Flom and Mythic.
I absolutely agree. The understanding of the situation, crookie action, organizing the retake. Now a second to spare. And with that, now number 5 for Mythic. They're still hanging on. And as we can see on our screen, the finances are absolutely dry for both teams. We are witnessing the key moment of the game. Whoever finally takes control might just get away with that first half. But I cannot tell you, for the love of me, who is in the lead right now.
No, it's very tough, right? And we've seen many of these scrappy buys so far.
Yeah, it's one of those swing rounds, right? Where this can really turn the tide of how this goes. Flom, you don't want to tempt that, buddy. And yeah, he backs away. That's the right call. How many times do we see someone just get absolutely ruined from down on lower B? The Dread has a pop-out as well.
Maluki had the shot, and he is the type of player we are looking for in these situations. Yes. Now, Mythic, you're making me very uncomfortable. You've lost both Catwalk and Long. You have to make a choice. You might even just drop down CT Spawn and give it up. This day we have it. Adren now alone. He's going to get destroyed by Mouse. It's taking a third one for Mouse. A 4 for Mouse!
What on earth? Malbs is a Dust 2 hero and a Deagle Pro. 4 shots. And he manages to land them all. Davey now all alone. The pressure's on him. Maybe they didn't need the AWP of Maluki in this round. They just needed Malbs with a Deagle in hand. He's done all the work they needed. Barton doesn't even have a weapon yet, but he'll soon enough find it. Davey's not getting away with that one. It's 5 for 5, and that was... what you guys were saying just then as well is the exact thing. Mythic gave so much room to him.
Yeah, they didn't have long, they didn't have catwalk, and they paid the price for it. I just want to take a second to apologize to the Twitch chat, because I don't really know if me shouting like that destroys their ear. I'm not used to that. I just get excited.
Okay,
so.
it's good enough in terms of what we got in production, everything that they just
they're dealing with that. Yeah. Cool. I just didn't want to, hurt anyone, because I got extremely excited by this play.
So did I. I didn't even expect that. That was ridiculous.
But back to your point, James, you're absolutely correct. The fact that Mythic had neither long nor catwalk put them in such a disadvantageous position. I would have liked to see them just drop down CT spawn, straight up play the retake, because they got pinched by both places. And obviously we have to talk about the Deagle.
Okay.
Here he comes again.
I guess we're not done with that Deagle action on towards catwalk. That's where the action seems to be happening all the time. Davey now pushed into a good position. Timing is not winning right here, but if he keeps pushing down now, he could catch off a blow. Oh, he's going to hit that player.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, Davies is in a good position. That's going to be an easy kill right here.
He lets it go, surely. You let it go, Davey. You let it go. There's more players coming.
Yeah,
he realizes
he's
hurt.
Oh, my God.
Oh no. Does anyone even look? Does anyone even try?
Oh,
no! Oh, Davey! That's crushing! He did it right. He was disciplined on the trigger. It made sense. It was a smart play. But he just was so unlucky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he just randomly... I think he went to check lower, didn't he? The player that he let first in the first part. Oh, can we get a replay of that?
It's one of these scenarios where you cannot fault Davey for his decision.
No,
right? He realized he had to do more than one. He had to go for the double kill. It was all in, and unfortunately it didn't pay off. Just a late angle check. Oh my, I feel so disheartened right now for them.
Yeah. Production's doing me over. I want to see the replay of that.
Wow.
Maybe you get it tomorrow.
Just look at the consequences for Mythic. There is absolutely nothing on the board. Just, I do believe, is that a Deagle? Yeah, that it's a Deagle. The rest is USBs all across the board.
Flom posted up high. Not a spot that's often checked, to be fair. Not a spot that's often used.
But it kind of sticks out in the context, right? I think people see whether they want
like,
to see you or not.
Hey, look at me.
10% sale.
Wacky inflatable flom.
Exactly. That's how it feels like.
Twitch chat, do your thing. Tweet at us a wacky inflatable man with Flom's face on. Please. You guys did me proud last time I asked for this. I'm counting on you. The memes must continue.
You know, James, just as much as I want to talk about an easy round for TeamOne, reality and history has shown me that we have to be careful. Katie here with the timing and the Deagle. Not able to take the opportunity.
Good footwork.
Absolutely. Two stepping out the way.
Whoop, whoop. This B site, though, has been a real point of contention over and over again for TeamOne. You said about it, right? You looked at their demos. That's where they want to hit. It's what they want to play in.
It is an absolute crucial point of their game plan in general on the T side to pressure that B-bomb side as much as they can. As I said, would it be through a sheer B contact play with a couple of flashes, or playing the map control into B split whenever they feel like they have the chance? They are pretty good at always leaving one man behind, just holding tunnel and making sure that any kind of aggression is punished. Davey just slipped through the crack the previous round. He was almost making the best of it. I feel like, as we talked about it 10 minutes ago, TeamOne now are the teams in control. Look at this, James. We have it. You asked for it.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Poor Davey, right? And this is the thing. It's amazing. Amazing trick at this one. Yeah, so he turned just at the... he was going to go look lowers and was like, oh, that's a CT. If that was a few seconds more, Davey could have at least got 2 kills.
Indeed.
Well, Maluki may have not seen the player crossing over to pit. Takes a shot in the dark and gets tagged up himself. Cooper able to put a bit of damage on towards him. They've not got a lot of utility, though, our CTs have. They are struggling in that capacity.
Sure are. So is Mythic when it comes to utility. I should say, they're finding a nice kill, and that's the first time in a couple of rounds we've seen Mythic get off to a good start. Davey and Flom pushing in towards tunnels again. They've been very proactive towards this B side. Don't want to get executed on again. Davey now, overstepping his mark a little bit. Flom, though, uncomfortable position. He is going down. Nope.
No.
That'll be a no. Fantastic shot by Flom. Retrieving with 12 HP, and now the A-hit is going to come in here. They're well aware there can only be 2 players. Cooper has to hit the shot, and he will. 2 versus 4, James. This round is still very much alive, though. feel like Maluki with an AWP can do a lot of work. Flom.
Oh.
Why would you? Why would
The
you?
left side peak.
Yeah,
the
he didn't even think about it.
And now look at the radar, my friends. The B side is absolutely open for business. I'm not exactly sure how aware TeamOne are of the situation, but the bomb will definitely come through. Maluki can use that smoke to block off CT spawn. He's been very aware of the risk.
Oh!
Katie almost had the timing, but I told you, Maluki knew what was going on. And another one. He's winning that round on his own. Mythic, they're gonna kick themselves for that. It was a 4 versus 2 where everything was pretty much under control, and it changed in a matter of 5 seconds.
And remember, Maluki got legged at the very beginning of the round that long.
Disheartening.
There's no way, unfortunately, I hate to do it, Flom. You are a good guy, but there's no way you can ever peak in that situation.
Yeah.
You cannot allow yourself to.
You don't win those.
No, and even if you do, even if he gets the kill, I would strongly disagree with the decision to go for the duel and even take the duel. He's the sole man defending the B bomb side. There's no backup, nobody close to him. So as soon as he goes down, well, you're giving up the entirety of the round. Sure, some nice shots coming in from Maluki, but if you're Flom, you're gonna feel disheartened by that one, because that was very costly for Mythic. That was a good chance of coming back into this half. 7-6, that's a close scoreline, but right here, Flom is dying and he's giving up the round. And Maluki's putting another one to the board for TeamOne.
Oh, a Dren. That last one was just naughty. Maluki goes, you know what, I'll have a look. I'll have a quick peek. Boom.
I feel like Mythic have been close to a couple of rounds here.
Yeah,
There's
true.
a couple of rounds they should have won, this one including, but they haven't been able to finish it up. Cooper now with an AWP on towards short. Good flash coming in. I'm missing the shot. That's not good enough. Adrian can't do much with a deagle either. And this round is more or less done and dusted already, isn't it?
Katie wants to have a bit of a word in it, but it's not going to work out too good. Oh, Davey, you just pop-chose your way into that. And he's even getting it falling down. Flom's not going to be too happy with that one. 9-5 right now. Could be looking at a 10-5 scoreline. Mythic need to try and bounce back in this one to at least make it competitive in the next. This T side has started to work out in full effect for TeamOne. And here we go, grudge match. Pimp has 3,638 more kills than Maniac, as well as a 0.16 better KD. However, in their last meeting, what was that?
Maniac went plus 11 in the 2-0 victories they had. Obviously, we'd be out there winning. It's not about the kills, it's about the result. It's about the W, man. I get them Ws.
Maniac wasn't even being carried by Kenny by it. Like,
hell no! I played amazingly, Katowice. Thank you, Elliot. I got you, my man.
Unlucky Pimp. You trash. You lost to the Swiss French man.
Why do you have to be so harsh? You're the absolute worst.
I'll sit out on this one. Let you guys do the math. Let you guys read it how you want. I don't care.
Okay, who won more prize money, Elliot? That's the next one.
Can we stop with that? Why are you trying to antagonize us? We're having such a good time together and trying to do your absolute best to, you know...
I haven't got a horse in this race. I never played pro in CSGO. Yeah. And my 1-6 career was absolutely trash as well because of the country I'm from. So, you know.
Maniac is going to win that one without a doubt. The question is if Mythic is going to win this round. They win a 4 versus 3. PRT makes that a 3 versus 3 in Cooper. Does he want to go through the smoke? I think he would, but he is being caught off guard in just a couple of seconds, isn't he? PRT is ready and waiting for it. There's duel right here. That's going to be so important. The long flank is coming in, though. PRT is in the open. Can he win that duel?
Oh,
he can.
my. Davey, you fluffed all of those shots. That's not acceptable, brother.
Well, that's a nice shot by PRT and another one coming in right here. And that leaves Adrian in a 1 versus 3. Almost connecting the shot, but not quite making it. 10-5 games. A very one-sided scoreline, but the game has definitely been closer than that.
It really could have been a closer scoreline than 10-5, but Mythic were just shy of making it happen. We're going to a break, and when we come back, we're going to see how Dust 2 pans out.
never thought you'd make me high. Fuck, I'm so high. I wanna kiss your thigh. I love your groove, the way you move. You gotta choose if you want a boy or a man who's smooth. I see you smile. Don't be so shy. Let's give it a try. I'm not that kind of guy. Let's play a game. Forget about names. This is my number. Let's play. Only if you call me tonight. I swear I'll make you feel alright. Nothing lasts forever. Let's just be together. Girl, if you call me tonight, I'm waiting with the candlelight. Nothing lasts forever. So let's just be together. Baby, you can call me tonight. Baby, you can call me tonight. Everything will be alright. Only if you call me tonight.
A 10-5 scoreline for TeamOne. Although when you look at that, you think, oh, TeamOne looking pretty good. There were some very close rounds. It was all going back and forth quite a bit, but Mythic couldn't quite work it out. They spent a lot of timeouts at the beginning of the game as well, and even that did not help them. Pimp loves the timeout. Maybe we see one after the pistol. Maybe we see Mythic pick up the pistol. We'll have to wait and see. They've got a little bit in this game. They've got a couple of flashes to play with.
I think it's much needed for them to pick up the pistol, though, if they want to win this game. Pass that aggressive up towards middle. Adrian getting caught off guard, but there we go.
Boom.
Cooper will punish him. In the meantime, Flom goes down, and PRT still aggressive towards Catwalk. He wants more. He wants the duels, and he wants to fight. So does Maluki, but he gets taken down by Davey. That's a nice shot with the Glock, and there we go. Another punish pick right here. Nope, PRT and Malps combined for a kill, and they still want to fight.
Yeah.
This is a
They're
weird
sticking
round.
around, and Mal...
Hey.
You said about it, Pimp. He's good on Dust too. Well, he's showing it. KT trying to play long range with the Glock. It's such a long, hard fight. She's trying to make it work, but there's multiple players all aiming at her now.
Stop fighting. Why?
Pimp's just like, why?
Cooper now in the 1 versus 2 coming in from Catwalk. He seems to be unaware of his other opponent's positioning. Still not looking at the left-hand side. Now he got it. That's the information right there. He's heard the CT spawn. He's seen the gap, but that's not going to be enough. PRT takes him out of his misery. 11-5. And Jacob's losing his mind. Why are you fighting?
Why? Why you do this to me?
He was in a position where he could use the wall as cover, you know, go back and forth, take the duel, and he, you know, had a chance of getting the kills. He also did put in a headshot, I believe. So initially it was a good idea, but he definitely overstepped the mark when he kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. At the time, there was only 7 bullets left in a Glock against 2 people. That was a bit too optimistic. At the end of the day, TeamOne won a quite comfortable pistol. They won the duels and Malps again with a lot of impact here in Dust 2. By far the best player so far on this map. It's quite fun how he swings so much in his performances, because he was good in Dust 2 yesterday, but he also had a couple of maps where he wasn't too well playing.
Remember the scout action. We've had a plethora of scout kills. They might just be the case again. Now, Mabs going to be installed in Long Pit. He's got some help with PRT, and these two are about to see a lot of people in front of him. Good first shot. Wow. That's a combination right here. 3 kills in a matter of 3 seconds. Mabs in the pit with the MP9. He's going to try and buy his time. He's got cover as well coming in from the teammate. And that is just an absolute cleanup from TeamOne. Very well handled.
Teamwork.
Are you okay, James? Can we get some sugar over here? Just make sure James doesn't drop out on us.
Make sure the diabetic kid doesn't die while
It's quite a
covering
distinct
TeamOne
smell of
versus
mint
Mythic.
around here. I don't know why. Something you want to talk about, James?
You don't like mint chocolate, Pimp. Why do you not like mint chocolate?
I don't
Why
like
do you hate
anything. I don't like anything with mint in it.
that? That's why your breath stinks the whole time.
Well, you could say the same about your armpits, but
Why? Why? Guys.
Don't worry, Elliot's bringing that stats out. I'm bringing the grudge match back.
true. This round, though, out of nothing, it becomes a 3 versus 3, Adrian.
Thing is,
Has
like,
to count.
I know what you're saying here, Pimp, right? Mythic have tricked us into this multiple times now.
That's true. And
They've
they haven't been
shown
able
us-
to win it.
Yeah,
so.
this is the problem. They've got this. It's like, oh, there's a chance, and then it slowly falls.
So you're saying there's not a chance?
There's always a chance.
I think there
but
is.
Mythic have not won these chances. That's what I'm going down.
Look at how TeamOne are approaching this situation. They are playing completely separated from each other. It is PRT towards mid, Mal's on the A side, and then you have Barton on B. If Mythic were to realize and identify that situation, they could just play a 3 versus 1. I see one flash on the back of Flom, and his teammates are right behind him. Mal's going to be in a world of trouble with the MP9. A good scout shot could do the trick. That's already a lot of damage onto Adren. He's got some backup coming in from CT spawn. That's it, PRT with the M4, helping his teammates out. Good shot from Flom, but PRT coming in from the ramp, and no one sees it coming. Beautiful spray from PRT.
This is it, right, for Mythic. 5 rounds only right now. They lost 16-5 last time they played, so if they want to do better, they got to win a couple of rounds, or at least one.
Consistent dust 2.
Yeah.
Are you doing the tickers? Is that the James moment?
Consistent dust 2. This was the same score as last time.
I think it was 16-6. Might have double-checked that.
Well, Mythic are going to get 1 round.
Maybe, and it might come from Davey. He's currently alone, flirting with the edge of that smoke. And that Molotov, I mean, is running for the duel. He grabs it in full repositioning. Great trade from Pesta. And that was just a fake. That was just a lure. Everyone is towards Catwalk. Maluki heard, I do believe, a lot of steps, which explains why he's repositioning toward A with the AWP. We need to see some flashes. And I'm getting worried because I don't see one on Mythic's back. Maluki is going to take that opportunity to clean up everything. Cooper with the late lurk. But we know Maluki is good for another one. Leaving Flum with the big green and 2 opponents. He's been quite good with that rifle, I have to say. But is it just a little bit too much for him?
I believe that is the case. Yeah, down towards CT spawn here. Of course, still has plenty of time to play with. Not as much HP as he would like, 13 that is, but has an AWP in hand. And as you said, he's been very good with the sniper so far, especially the scout in the beginning of the game. I do want to say that it's probably Flom's reason they have 3 rounds only by him with the scout. So here we go. He gets taken down. Maluki is aware and he's well playing. You said it, Matthew, right here. He's too good not to be flashed, right? You can do that against maybe some second-tier AWP
against
players.
Me, it'll be okay.
Yeah, or against James, you know, some noobs playing the game. But when you go up against some good players right here, you got to flash towards long, James. You got to flash.
I know Twitch chat are doing me proud right now. Do you know why? Dog with Egg just tweeted me the picture of a wacky inflatable man with Flop's head on, and I am in absolute heaven. You absolute boss.
Complete dominance. Mabs had 17 kills, 14 headshot, and 131 ADR at the half. That is a half and a half.
You look at that headshot percentage, right? We're talking scream numbers right there.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
And Mythic with a timeout again. I love the fact they've used all 4 timeouts.
Yeah.
I do want to say that.
Makes you very happy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You know, delaying the game a little bit. Nice.
Delaying the inevitable.
It's not done until it's over,
But
guys.
at least they're trying, and that was the only requirement I had coming into this game. The least I expect, personally, is people trying, and they're doing that right now. I want to give them credit for that.
Let's, for a second, look at the quality. Oh, hello, Davey. That's what you want to see. The quality of CS we've seen from Mythic, though, is good.
Hasn't been bad, no.
Hasn't been bad, but this time around, Pesta with a triple kill off the back of an aggression in Catwalk. Beautiful job. Cooper's going to try his best to fight back. He finds PRT, but he's getting shot from the rear. Barton puts him down, and with that, round number 15 for TeamOne. We said moving on to Dust 2, they had the edge when it comes to the stats, when it comes to the head-to-head. And they are not making liars out of us. It is very decisive, very dominant from TeamOne. We know that a couple of key rounds could have been absolutely swung the other way in the first half, but let's be honest, TeamOne looked like the better team on Dust 2.
Sure do. They sure do, and you were right, Maniac. It was 16-6 last time, so Mythic are not doing quite as good as they were. That's a fact. You can't change that fact.
Fact.
Barton, though, can't change the fact that he's dead. Davey finds him, and there we go. Pesta goes down to Key as well. And there, I mean, he's doing a good job opening up the bomb site right here, and I think he will walk into a full bomb site. PRT gets a cosmetic frag towards Flom, I do want to say, because I don't think they're going to go for this one. I wouldn't if I were them. Give up this round and try next time, and then they can win 16-6, and normality has been restored.
Normality has been restored. Mythic get their 6th round. Then TeamOne potentially win the follow-up, and we have the exact same score. Rinse and repeat. We go to a 3rd map. Or we see a massive comeback from Mythic. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until the fat lady sings. I think that's what they say. Very quiet, boys.
Just taking time. We let it, sink in. The fact that
Mythic got around.
Not the fact they got around. The fact that TeamOne are in such a huge lead. They are in absolutely no hurry to close it. I appreciate the fact that they just keep their weapons. There's no need to throw them to the bin. Mythic have an extremely long road ahead of them if they want to mount that comeback, but we know it's possible. We've seen crazier. We've seen more impressive in our days, and they definitely have the weapons for it now on AWP, on Cooper, rifles all across the board.
Davey making that rifle work wonders towards long. Not only does he find a kill, but also takes down Maluki to 40 HP. Puts down a Molotov, and that is long control obtained by Mythic. Maluki is forced to fall back, so is PRT, the rest of the team, and this round already now looks good for Mythic. Flop is out peeking and poking in the middle. Katie's finding a kill towards Catwalk. She will continue to push for that fight. She is not scared of a good fight. She's doing a good job here in the last couple of rounds on Dust 2. So is PRT, a player we don't often talk about when it comes to TeamOne. Him and Malps have really been well playing here in Dust 2, and they're a big part of the reason as to why TeamOne is going to win in a couple of moments, because while there is always a chance, I do not believe Mythic have what it takes to win this one. That right there being part of the reason, individually speaking, the players from TeamOne are just better. Barting finding a kill, Davey in a very exposed position. Finds one, can't get the second kill, and we got a 2 versus 2 on our hands.
Not unwinnable here. Good amount of damage already done to the 2 remaining CT players. Trading out kills. Cooper wants to still stick around for a 4 position. Does he expect the lower? Oh! Timing shot. It makes some good work out here. I like it.
Yeah, Barton didn't have a kit. That explains why he had to play such a fast-paced 1v1. Had he had the kit with the smoke, he could have played it smarter, could have waited a little bit, but here he was under a lot of time pressure. Good job by Mythic, putting another one on the board. 15-7 now, and we see the consequence to follow up. TeamOne have no money to play with. They're gonna take it easy. Cooper racking up some confidence, racking up some kills, opening up the round just like they would love it, just like they wanted it. A quick 5v4.
So they've done 1 round better. Could this be the turning point? Could this be the comeback?
You never know.
Could be the comeback to a competitive game potentially, but there's a long, long way to go from right here. TeamOne, they're giving up this round without a fight. Sorry. A deagle in the hands of PRT. We've seen how powerful the deagles have been in this game, especially on Catwalk. Malps comes into mind with his fantastic 4 kill in the first round. Maluki with a USP as well. He's got to pick up an AK-47, and there we go. Barton in a good position. Can he find a kill towards middle? Oh. Close to clipping Davey through the door. PRT pushes up Catwalk, can catch off a player, but is not expecting Cooper to be inside low one. Maluki finds another one with the AK, but that is going to be a saved AK-47. He's going to take that into the next round if he is allowed. And that would be 15-8 for Mythic. They're still a long way back, but I guess you say it as you do it with World Championship at football and so forth. We take 1 game at a time, and right now Mythic, they're taking 1 round at a time.
Yeah, 1 game at a time wouldn't do them very good, would it?
Nah, it'd probably be bad, yeah.
They're like, we'll just let this one go. We'll go on to the next one.
We've made a decision. We're not going to try in this one. Move on to the next.
To the 3rd.
Look, it's 1 step at a time for Mythic. You are absolutely correct. And if anything, if Dust 2's destiny is not really in question for now, it still means a lot in terms of competence moving on to the 3rd map. We talk about it all the time. It is not the same losing 16-4 or losing 16-12. You get in the groove, you feel a little bit better, you feel activated, centered, at peace with your own emotions, with life and the universe, and you move on to map number 3.
Not to forget, the map number 3 is going to be Mirage, which is, not similar to Dust 2, but kinda, I would say, in the way you can approach it. There's a lot of duels, there's a lot of opportunities for aggressive Counter-Strike, which is what we've seen so far here in Dust 2. So Mirage bodes well for a 3rd and deciding map, and as I said, I think it's only a question of time before we get to see it. Having a hard time seeing how TeamOne is not going to pick up just 1 round within the next 7. Then again, Mythic, they started to play better, but Pesa, he wants it differently. He's been playing good here in Dust 2. He's been finding a lot of impact.
Look at this duel right here. That is going to be extremely key. Katie's just waiting, hiding. If Maluki finds her, that could be an absolute problem, as the rest of Mythic are all gathered up towards A long. But the other way around, the timing could be extremely important. He's their best. What a headshot, that could be it. A triple kill, nope. Mouse going to be too quick with the MP9. Mythic still have the side for them.
This is going to be tough for Mythic to hold on to. The plant will help them a bit, but that incendiary grenade is going to force them off the spot. Malb's coming from short. He's going to get the lineup ready. PRT really expect this. He's going to get poked, but Cooper lands the shot, and that's the key one for them to get. It gives them the numbers to play with as Adren rattles off another one. AWP in hand. They may not look towards this, but Malbs, oh no, he hits the shot onto Flom, and now it's all on the Dren. 13 health and a Dream. It's an unlucky number for some, but can it help him clutch out this round? He's got to sit in this good position. Oh, he missed it through the smoke. It's a 10-second defuse. Adren takes time, buddy. He lands it in the end. Mythic get a 9th. He's smiling right now, but he wouldn't have been after just a few more seconds. Had there been a kit in play, that would have been oh so problematic, and we would be going to a third map. But Mythic, they hang on. They hang strong.
I feel so uncomfortable. Whenever I hear the smoke being deployed, and I know that an AWP is covering that plant, you don't have that many opportunities. You miss once, you miss twice. Might be too late.
3 strikes, and normally you're out.
You're out.
Dren, he hits it. Oh, there we go. Barton with the Deagle. More Deagle shots being hit, but Mythic have forced their way in. It's not exactly great weaponry here for TeamOne, but they've done a bit of damage. Plant will go down. The B site has been secured. But they still want to fight for this. This jumping Mac. Mac Daddy Supreme.
Mac Daddy Supreme, you say?
Is that like a new meal or something?
Yeah. Sounds delicious, not gonna lie. Getting a bit
I'll
hungry
have 2 Mac Daddy Supreme, please.
Give me a Mac Daddy Supreme with a bit of Davey on the side and a PRT headshot with a Deagle, but he doesn't survive.
Oh, he does not, but he does a lot of damage. The economical aspect of this game is long gone, though. Mythic, well, they don't really need to save their money. They still have plenty of cash to spend, as they have to win every round from now on. Moving forward, they have won 4 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Simple rule. Win all the rounds.
Win all the rounds and you get an OT. TeamOne, they have 5 more chances to close down this game. Haven't had any luck the first couple of instances this time around. In a good position. Long control and short control for now.
Yeah, long control. That to me is the big difference for TeamOne. They have definitely suffered from a lack of control towards A-Long in these last 2 to 3 rounds, I would say. But now they have maps firmly installed towards the pit. They are playing in what I call the line setup. 1 long or pit next to it, car and an A ramp, which means that a B split could be the weak point. Would Mythic elect to go for that B split, we'd only have 2 players being able to truly defend it. I don't like these odds, and so do Mythic. But so far, the mission is to find out what is the setup. How are TeamOne approaching this round? A couple of flashes, taking catwalk control. And as we can see on the mini-map, an A split could be on the cards.
Oh no. The setup for TeamOne. They're ready for this A hit. Slow and steady for Mythic. They're going to try and get this control at long. They're going slow, they're going steady. Malbs is going to show his head, but Davey, he can't quite hit the shots. He throws out the molly. He wants to put Malbs under some pressure. He pokes one out. The flash is out there. Malbs still looking to fight it, but he goes down. Davey wins that one, but PRT, look at this position. Will it be left unchecked? Oh, Flom, you beast, you boss, and Cooper. The double AWP setup from Mythic is working out for him once again. Adren, he hears the footsteps. He nearly looks away, but he still lands the headshot. And Barton, well, he's running in the B bomb site.
2 key duels in that round. 2 absolutely key duels. It starts with Davey besting his opponent, besting maps towards A-Long, and then Flum winning that AWP against PRT, who I agree with you was in such a formidable position. He could have just bidden his time, just waiting for the right moment. He tried to be a little bit too curious, too fast, too eager, and he paid the heavy price.
So did his team. Matchup 15-11. We're getting closer and closer to what I thought, and I guess you guys too, but you didn't say it, was impossible for Mythic. Getting back into this game after being down 15-7. They're doing a good job right now. winning the rounds, and they're playing slow, right? Compare this game to the game we saw the first time around today. Two different approaches to Counter-Strike. Mythic, sure, may not be the best individuals out there, but they do play as a team, and right now they're punishing TeamOne for it. Entering the bomb sites together, playing with each other, off each other, and great refresh potential all the time. Whereas for TeamOne, they're struggling a little bit getting this one close. Cooper trying to find a kill there. This is let's call it a semi-force fight. Combining with an AWP, PRT with a Scout, and the rest of the players in Pistons.
I was a little bit scared for Mythic already in this round, just because having that AWP on Barton and PRT with the Scout, but already 2 players dispatched with. Oh, more shots coming out. Ooh. Nicely done. PRT rips Cooper's head off, takes an AWP out the equation. And actually, despite some of the money being okay for Mythic, they do want to try and grab that back if possible. Barton probably looks to save his own, though.
At this point, it's a save, yeah. There's nothing they can do. The bomb isn't T-spawn. I don't know why the player up there T-spawn is just not grabbing it and going to B. I think Adrian is on his way, but...
He's being careful.
He's being careful, yeah.
He knows someone might rush him down, and he wants to avoid that at all costs.
Sure. That's smart.
We've got a game on our hands, though, boys.
We absolutely do.
Mythic, they know. Going to a Furlong Mirage will be very difficult for them. They want to close this out nice and early if possible, but it's still a long way from overtime. This will be the 12th secured, no doubt.
Yeah, and then we often talk about how many actual gun rounds are going to be played up until the point of overtime possible. Matthew? Exactly, that's not going to be many. TeamOne have elected to eco. Give me the probably 2. It's probably me 2 actual strong gun rounds. TeamOne have gone the conventional route for this one, just an eco. Ooh. Barton is going to be able, I believe, to save his AWP. That's one first shot, and he's getting absolutely tripped. That's
good, though. That's huge. Taking that AWP away from them.
Yeah, but look, they have the money to fight too.
They've got the money. That's not a problem, right?
They could.
You're taking away any economical advantage they have for future rounds.
Looking for the small victory.
Playing it bit by bit here. And the timeout call comes in. Feeling young yet? Malik is older than all 3 members of the analyst desk. Damn.
That is the good news I needed
Hell
to hear today.
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
That's what we want to know.
Well, to be fair, Pimp is quite young.
Well, yeah, Pimp is young.
Just you and me.
Boy, we're really
out there.
Corner.
Yeah, babe.
I'm a dad without the dad bod. I've just got biceps.
And I'm just old. But I have Counter-Strike. That counts for me.
Counter-Strike makes us young. We're only as young as the game we're feeling.
Yes, Counter-Strike has been in my life for 20 years now.
When did you start playing? I started
2003. When I was 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I started 2003.
2000. Beta 6.5. He used to play. Do you remember Action Half-Life?
Yes, but I didn't even own a PC.
Yeah, I used to play at my cousin's in front of the house. But any of my shenanigans, we have Mythic putting together what could be an impressive comeback. Davey taking charge, but he didn't realize PRT had made his way to the pit. Worst case possible for Mythic. They found a lot of success early on towards A-Long, and this time around it is closed for business.
Cooper had the concentration face at Long. BRT is ready to deal with him. This could be huge. Flom does not want to make a scope of noise at all. Pesadello is oh so close. They've been putting up one hell of a fight, have Mythic. Last time they played this map, it was a 16-6 loss against Team1. They've not been having much success on Dust 2. But right now, they're feeling it any way possible. They've got this mid control. Adren has given away their position. The smoke is down. The molly is going to follow it up. They want to make sure they don't get pressured from CT spawn. But they know they're in a pinch right now. They could be swarmed at any point. They want to try and barrel their way into this B bomb site. But is it even going to be possible? They start to poke on through, but that's great pickup from Pesadello. He stood around in the flames. Adren manages to take him down. Barton, he needs to land this shot, but he keeps on missing them. There's no shots being taken towards him. Cooper's the only one left alive, and he goes, oh no, he still stands. He's making it work. He's making it happen. Can he clutch this one out? The bomb's down in front of him. But it's quite a long way. It's a long stretch, and 2 CT stand in his way. He's taking them one by one. He's getting the kills done. He goes for the door spam. Oh, he's tagging him. Malves has to be careful. Malves jumps up. There's not much time left, though. Maybe if Cooper can grab himself another weapon, there could be a chance of this. He wants to fight. He wants to try and make this work, but he misses it at the end. Malves does secure them the victory with that final kill. But my oh my, Mythic put up one hell of a fight. What a game we had here on Dust 2. Out of nowhere, Mythic started to strike back, but it wasn't enough to strike fear in Team 1's hearts.
No, they were really starting off this game being a super good, well-playing Team 1 right here. Mythic couldn't really get a grasp of the game. There was a couple of rounds, couple of instances where it was back and forth, and you could argue that Mythic probably shouldn't gotten away with more rounds in the first round, on the first half, but they just couldn't. They couldn't win the close rounds, they couldn't win the clutches, and at the end of the day, I think TeamOne were the better team when you look throughout the entire game.
Absolutely. The last few rounds changed the narrative just slightly, but we have to give props to Mabs. He was an absolute beast. I remember the Deagle round. Overall, team round looked like the better team on Dust 2, but the fact that it came closer, it bodes well for map number 3.
It does bode well for map number 3, and that is where we're going to next. Dust 2 was a lot of fun. It was exciting. It was exhilarating, but Mirage will surely deliver. We'll see you after the break. We are going to a third and final map, as be the case across North American Counter-Strike. 2-0s do not happen often because these teams play each other so much. Dust 2 did go the way of TeamOne, though they did start to make a little comeback on the side of Mythic. The Stream team could try and deliver once again, but do you know what we're going to see now? Mirage, a bit more of a Puggy style map, a map that maybe the Stream team can find a bit of an avenue in. But what I will say is that TeamOne ain't too shabby on it. They are a 7-map team. We don't hear or see it too often. And Cooper right there, he gets a little bit annoyed, and I get it. The frustration can set in, but you got to reset yourself, bring yourself back into that A game, and maybe stroke your little pussycat.
Yeah, but I think you know what Matthew said. I don't know what you're talking about, but I think what Matthew, you know,
there's a cat in the background. Meow.
Yeah, sure, meow all over the place. But I think Matthew was onto something when he said, you know, it's not about Mythic coming back on Dust 2. It's about them, you know, showing that they can play up with TeamOne. So they were never gonna win Dust 2. I'm afraid to say, right? It was more cosmetic than it was anything. But the fact that they come into Mirage with the confidence and the belief that they can go toe to toe on a pocky map like Dust 2 with TeamOne is definitely a positive thing looking.
Yeah, you're talking about Puggy, and obviously Mirage is a map that you can play quite aggressively, quite uncoordinated. And the last time these two teams met on Mirage, it was a 16-10 victory for TeamOne off the back of a 12-3 T side. 12 rounds on the T side. So Mythic had a really hard time putting them on lockdown, trying to control them. And we know we have seen it. You have players like Maluki, players like Barton, Mavs as well for that matter. They can create the space. And I think that Mirage is a good terrain for them, is a good context to create some madness. For Mythic, they're going to have to control them.
And all about that control, right? It's for Mythic at the end there on Dust 2. I think you can look at it in two ways. You spend a bit more energy, fine, but you also we showed more face. We showed we can come back. Mythic do actually look better than some of the teams we've been seeing here in NA.
Yeah, they do, because they play, you know, they try at least to play a structured way of playing Counter-Strike. They try to approach the game as a team, and when they try to do well by each other, they're not leaving each other out to hanging, they're not baiting each other, they're trying to be, you know, good team members and good friends on the server, and I think that reflects in the way they play Counter-Strike. Coming into Mirage, though, I think the CT side, as you said, that's going to be three-dimensional, that they can, you know, defend the bomb side. If you put Adrian towards the B bomb side, he has to stand tall. If you put David towards the A bomb side, I don't know where they're going to be, but they have to stand tall, you know. If they can't do that, individually speaking, team up against TeamOne, they're going to be in big trouble.
For me, the keys could be the snipers. I think that's been a very impressive part of Mythic. Obviously, Cooper and Flum on the big greens. They have had some couple of good rounds. The Scout as well, some headshots here and there. So on a map like Mirage, we know the double AWP setup is absolutely viable. Can it work now? That's
the thing, though. They've invested in it, right? They've tried to make it work. They've had some success with it. But does that also become a tipping point that the scales could not go in their favor, right? Huge investment. They find themselves in the economical problem.
Yeah, it could be a bit of a problem, but you got to make that investment, right? Yes. You got to make sure that you have the best guns at your disposal. So some money management, maybe a bit of a win factor for Mythic right here. But I do agree, you know, the AWPs are going to play a factor. But again, you know, the individual speaking with the rifles, I think they are going to decide the game.
I believed in Mythic. What about you guys, though? Have you turned around at all into this, or do you think it's going to be TeamOne picking up on Mirage? Any flip-flopping?
I still stick with TeamOne. I'm happy that Mythic did put up a fight on Dust 2, but they should be the better team. Last time they met, they had it under control, and I think it's going to be the same again.
I have a gut feeling that Mythic are going to lose quite big, right?
Oh, I thought you were coming with me there. Pip,
gotcha on that
not going with me. He did throw me a curveball, and I'm going to throw us to a break. But when we come back, it will be Mirage, and you guys won't want to miss it, because so far, this series has delivered, and both teams are giving it their all.